Tupura. Marijastu Mari Izibistarastu Shafahana Babeshi Doctorastu Doctorastu Maraburdan Sari Nedia Maria Dagamurdum Shaidi Yakbarastu Magamurdum Shaidi Yakbarastu Rubani Shaw Mokholagapa Nafora Takidola Kamru.
Alright, so day 3 in Afghanistan, and we have woken up to a beautiful morning in Bamiyan. What you can see there is the Buddha statue. So before we proceed over there, I just want to tell you a little bit about this place. So Bamiyan is predominantly inhabited by the Hazara tribe. Okay, so if in case you look at their faces, if in case you look at them, they have these Asiatic features. So they are believed to be the descendants of Genghis Khan, who swept through this place in the 13th century. Okay. And this tribe, they are like the largest minorities, accounting to up to 20 million in Afghanistan. And most of these Hazara tribe belong to the Shia community. And if in case you dive a little deep into their likings and dislikings, they have a certain the Pashtun and the Hazara tribe, they do not like each other. Okay. When you compare the inhabitants of Bamiyan to the rest of the parts of Afghanistan, you find predominant differences. The people here are much more social. The women do not completely cover their face, although they wear a hijab, and the people over here do not really care if the women go to work, and they're pretty much educated compared to the rest of the parts of Afghanistan. I found women working in grocery shops, in the fields, and also it is believed that a lot of these women work in the government offices as well. So until the 10th century, it was believed that the Buddhist monks lived in those caves, and a lot of oil paintings were found. Buddhism basically was the predominant religion until the pre-Islamic era of Afghanistan, and until late 90s, because of the disliking towards the community or the tribal conflicts or whatever it is, there were a lot of clashes, and one such king called King Abdul Rahman, he ordered a mass killing of all the Shia Hazaras that were living here. So tens of thousands of people sacrificed their lives. So tens of thousands of people had to die because of that. And also until the late 19th century, the Hazara tribe people were sold as slaves. So in 2001, since the Taliban believed that Afghanistan is an Islamic state and there is no place or scope for idol worship, so they did not like the whole concept of the Buddha statue here, and they just bombed it. And the video has become public and it's available in the internet as well. Most of the people, the localites, were completely not okay with the event because for the obvious fact that it destroyed their historical heritage as well as it hindered the tourism aspects here as well. So let's go there and see for ourselves. Okay. So during the time of Silk Road, Bamiyan was one of the most prosperous cities, and travelers from across used to come and halt here and offer their prayers in the Buddhist temples, be it the Buddhist or the non-Buddhist, trying to pray for the safety of their journey also and the flourishing of their businesses. And in the year of 2003, UNESCO declared this place as a cultural heritage landscape. Although the statue was destroyed by the Taliban, it still continues to attract thousands of visitors every year. Dance? You dance?
Yeah.
You don't dance?
Yes.
Okay, so dance. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Goodbye.
In the early 13th century, Genghis Khan was on his quest to conquer as much as he could, and he conquered this previous province, the Balkh region. And to conquer Bamiyan, he sent his favorite grandson, the Mutukan Genghis. Mutukan Genghis was hardly around 15 years old, and when he reached the very entrance, because this Bamiyan is a group of valleys all put together. So when he reached the very first valley, the Shahre-Sohag, he was launched with a series of arrow attacks and he had to lose his life. Well, this reached Genghis Khan, and obviously he was very enraged that he lost his favorite grandson, and he soon started conquering the Bamiyan province. So as he entered the Shahre-Sohag, he completely killed anything and everything that he found. And after that, his next was what is currently known as the Shahre-Golgola. Well, the Shahre-Golgola, the tribe, the Ghurids, okay, the person who was ruling the Ghurids belonged to what was named Jalaluddin, and he had a very tiff relation with his daughter, because his daughter was not very completely okay that he married a recent. So he recently remarried a bride from the the Ghazni community, and she happened to live just a few miles away, called as the Shahre Dokhtar from here. What happened was Ghazni completely surrounded the Shahre-Golgola for months, and they were launching series of attacks, but they just couldn't enter the province. So Jalaluddin's daughter, she shot an arrow with a message in it at Ghazni, at Genghis Khan, and she said that I will show you the entrance of the Shahre-Golgola with two conditions. One is you should not destroy my fortress, and the second one is you must marry me. So obviously Genghis Khan had to agree to it, and then he promised her that he would. So what they said was there was a canal that was like a secret entrance to this. So Genghis Khan's army dammed up the water, and then the secret entrance was revealed. And then came the attack, which was the most cruelest attack in the history. So he killed everything, men, women, children, including the livestock. And the screams were so loud that it was heard in the entire Bamiyan province, and that is why it's known as the Shahre-Golgola, which is also known as the City of Screams. So history also tells that soon after this attack, Genghis directly went to Jalaluddin's daughter, and he said that when you're capable of killing your own father, you're capable of killing any other man. So right on that spot, he killed Jalaluddin's daughter as well. Alright, so now we're in Bandamir, which is around 75 kilometers to the west of Bamiyan, and it is the first national park declared in Afghanistan. And in the year 2009, UNESCO added this place to the list of the heritages. Bandamir is basically a collection of 6 lakes. So these lakes tend to change the color with the reflection of the moving sun across the skies. It is also known as the Grand Canyon of Afghanistan. And these lakes, it has been separated naturally by the formation of dams. I finally found my survival dish, Bolani, a traditional Afghani dish made of wheat flour and potatoes. Let me taste. Interesting. Salam.
Walaikum salam.
to Kabul. We've seen this scenic view. And we living in the city should be so privileged that we get all the comforts, everything at our doorstep. We just come here for a few minutes and then we enjoy the beauty and then go. But imagine the life of those people. Day 3 of Afghanistan is concluding. We ended up spending almost 9 hours in the car, and when I was almost reaching Kabul, I started getting a massive headache, and because it was very frustrating. Because of the snow slides, most of the roads were blocked, and the journey took more than usual. So, also my guide told me that the same would be the conditions for the other provinces that I'm planning to visit. So I'm trying to cancel one of the provinces, that is Nuristan, and probably I'll have to spend some time researching on how can I compensate the next 3 days over here. All right then, good night.